Hello folks, this is Arcadion. This is going to be the very first video commentary I do, so I'm basically abusing an already written preview I did a while back. Today I'll be taking a look at Heroes of Might and Magic 6. The closed beta is up and running for those who pre-ordered this game. For those who don't know what Heroes of Might and Magic, or Heroes for short, is about, I'll summarize. Heroes is a series of games set in a fantasy world based on the Might and Magic role-playing games, and in the Heroes series it combines turn-based strategy with some RPG elements and storytelling. This one looks to be a fairly promising installment in the series. Graphically it's fairly nice and the animation detail is already quite good, though some things still look a tad unfinished, but I guess that's why it's a beta. There are, for old fans like me, some nice callbacks to the soundtrack of Heroes 2 and 3. Other than that, to me the most notable feature is the voice acting, which seems fairly solid on the whole.
Not much of a headquarters. Even as a mausoleum it has seen better days.
As always with a Heroes title, the thing that truly matters is gameplay. There's been some streamlining in this edition, and yet this one still manages to be a fairly complex game. Rather than the former 8 or so materials to gather and manage, things are back to the basics, which means gold, ore, wood and crystals are now your resources. For those who played former editions, the crystals replace basically all the rare resources. And in my book, this is a positive change, because there's still plenty to manage outside of your economy. The amount of different factions has also been brought back down to 5. You have the Haven, which has the human soldiers and light magic, the Sanctuary with the Naga and the other watery stuff, the Stronghold with the Orcs and the Goblins and purely might focus, the Inferno with demons and fire magic, and the Necropolis with undead and dark magic. Thankfully, like I said, the complexity of the game still remains. Each faction has plenty of units and upgrade options, and every town has a couple of mutually exclusive buildings that give some fairly large benefits that depend on what your faction is. Hero stats have remained untouched and are still plentiful as always, and the leveling system has been upgraded and expanded upon. It used to randomly generate a choice between 2 skills your hero type allowed you access to. Now there are large and sprawling open talent trees, and your magic spells are also learned in this fashion, which means the random element when it comes to learning new magic is also gone, which is a positive thing. Then there is the addition of a moral system for your heroes, which allows you access to the advanced classes. Every faction thus has 6 classes in the end: the basic might hero for every faction, the basic magic hero for every faction, the tears upgrade for both of those, and the blood upgrades for both of those. Neither tears or blood is really good or evil, but the tears points are given for resolving things in a non-violent fashion and using shielding and healing magic, and the blood points are given for using every single means necessary to achieve your goals, and every time you use a destructive magic to solve a situation you find yourself in. Finally, there is the new account leveling system, which gives you access to unlockable items, heroes, units and starting talents.
Good. No wolf puppies will take the castle while I'm gone. Now it's time to take back my duchy.
The currency for this system is given through basically your achievements you manage to get. The system as a whole looks to be fairly solid, although I must admit I've only seen the low-level rewards as of yet. All in all, like all the former Heroes games, this particular game is one that requires you to sink a lot of time in it, and also requires that you take your time for it. Just to give you an estimation, so far in the beta I've only played a couple of maps and tried a few of the test campaigns, and I've spent a good 16 hours so far. On the whole, I'd say this is a very great game.
The road to Istvan's tomb is blocked.
Kroll remembers Istvan.
Yes, and he's still unhappy.